Hey YouTube, this is Freakyfish Guy 1 again. Today I'm going to do a preview of Starstrike Blast. Of course, we don't know the full set yet. Only about 5 or 6 of the names of TCG exclusives are known, but only 2 effects are known and confirmed. So what I'm going to do, I will cover them for you, but the main cards I will be covering are Japanese main set cards. Okay, I'll cover the TCG exclusive cards first, just to get them out of the way, and then I'll cover 2, maybe 3 or 4 cards from Starstrike Blast main set, which I think will be good. The first one is the ultra rare sneak peek preview promo called Archfiend Empress, most likely a super in the main set. Its effect is, if exactly one face-up dark fiend type monster on the field would be destroyed except this card, you can remove one dark fiend type monster from your graveyard instead. If this card is destroyed and sent from the field to the graveyard, you can select one level 5 or higher dark fiend type monster in your graveyard except Archfiend Empress and special summon it. Now that could go into some weird Infinity build to bring back like Destroyer and stuff like that, or if you've got 100 Eyes Dragon in your grave, that's a dragon, I forgot, ignore me, you could bring back Caius, Gauls. I don't think there's too many useful fiends. There probably still are some that are level 6 and above, but there's not that many, so I think I would give that card a skip unless if you played that sort of thing. And the other confirmed TCG exclusive that we know of is called Mischief of the Yokai, and it's an ultra and an slash ultimate. And this card's effect is, each face-up monster on the field loses 2 levels until the end phase, and you can remove it from play in your graveyard. Select one face-up monster you control and reduce its level. One face-up monster on the field and reduce its level by 4 until the end phase, and it can't be activated the same turn that the card is sent to the graveyard. So it's comparable to that trap card, I can't think of its name, where you it increases attack by 800, skill successor I think it is. Again, I'm not a big fan of this card. I don't think it will see much play, and so yeah, it's very situational I think, or it's not very useful. But anyways, on to the main set. The first card I'm going to cover is a card called Swift Attacking Scarecrow. And basically, it's a level 1 Earth Machine type monster, where you can discard it from your hand when your opponent declares a direct attack to end the battle phase. That's got 2 good uses. One, it works in macro, with Macro Cosmos, Dimensional Fisher, Banisher, etc. on the field. It doesn't have to go to the grave, so that's good. You can work it in conjunction with Drill Warrior, like bring Drill Warrior back in the standby phase, get that back from your hand, and then keep it, and then remove it from play using something else, and then when they declare a direct attack, discard that. That's just really just in case Dandelion gets hit, but I'm sure we'll start Dandelion at 2 for at least another 6 months. It works quite well in conjunction with Battle Fader, in like Frog Monarch or stuff like. Mainly the deck that it will go in is Final Countdown, because with all the turns you've got to wait, obviously you won't always have a monster to defend or a spell or trap, because you'll have 3 Waboku, 3 Threatening Roar, 3 Thunder of Ruler, and maybe 3 Frozen Soul. But you won't always get it off, because they might trap stun, or they might like royal decree or whatever, and that's just another out to survive in another turn. So yeah, that's that card. The next card I am going to cover is a card called Glow Up Bulb. And now this card's effect is it's a level 1 Earth Plant Tuner, 100 attack and defense. And you can send the top card of your deck to your graveyard and special summon this card from the graveyard. You can only use this effect once per duel. Basically, it's sort of like a plague spreader for plants, but it is splashable, but it's not splashable in everything. I see the main thing it going in is stuff like quick draw, debris, plants, light swarm, maybe even zombies. But on the whole, it's a good card, but it's not gonna. It will make an impact, but it won't set the game alight, if you know what I mean. Because the level 1 sort of limits it as well. Because if you're tuning with a level 5, you can't go for Brianek or Goyo. You have to go for Android or Catasta or any other level 5. Like, it can help make Naturia Beast with a level 4 Earth type monster. That also helps the mill. That's about it really with Glow Up Bulb. The next card I'm going to cover is one called Scrap Soldier. Now this is a level 5 tuner, which will work good with the synchro in this set called Scrap Twin Dragon. But obviously, as you saw in my deck profile the other day, for my scrap deck, you saw that because of this card, which I will now show you, which you probably already know what I'm going for, Scrap Chimera. That's a really, really good card. So you summon Scrap Chimera, get that back, and it's got the same effect as all the other tuners. The fact that it can that if it's destroyed, if it's in face-up defense position and it's selected as an attack target, destroy at the end of the battle phase. And if it's destroyed by the effect of a scrap card, you can send one scrap. You can select one scrap monster in your graveyard, accept itself, and add it to your hand. But this has got an extra limitation by saying that this card can only be used for the synchro summon of a scrap monster, which most of the time you'll be going for Scrap Twin Dragon. Another good card with this is Scrap Storm. It's basically just like you have it on the field. You'd send Chimera or Golem to the grave with it. You draw one card and then you destroy it, and then you'd add Chimera or Golem to your hand. So that is quite funky. Also, yeah. So basically, it's level 5, 2,100 attack, 700 defense. Good card is good. The next card, there's the Karakuri archetype, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Then you've got a couple of Watts monsters. I quite like the Watts as like a fun deck, but the main Watt card I'm liking is the one called Watt Hopper. No, not Watt Hopper. It's Watt Dragonfly. It's basically just a recruiter for the deck. So yeah, it just speeds up a bit. It makes your Watt Giraffe quicker to get. It can also be worked in conjunction with Shining Angel, so you can run a very creature swap control variant, and just that's way. But the other card that I've got on my mind is one. I think it's called White Mare. I'll have to check it. Yeah, it's White Mare. I don't like any of the Naturias. Basically, what White Mare does is when it is destroyed by battle, you can discard this card from your hand to the grave. I'm just checking the time. 9 minutes, so I'm going to have to go to a part 2. I'll explain White Mare more on part 2. So, ciao for now.